Shalom, Israel. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to all the 12 tribes that scattered abroad. Shalom to all the men that's out there on the battlefield. May Yahweh increase his armor upon you 1,000-fold. And shalom to all the women and the children that's out there that's helping their leaders push this truth out and bringing our brothers and sisters back to godliness in these last days. All right, tonight I want to make the video Connecting the Dots Part 2. If you haven't seen Connecting the Dots Part 1, go back and watch that previous video before you get into this. All right, nevertheless, let's move on to this video. So in Part 1, I was talking about the birth of Christianity, just for the ones who still tuning in. So I suggest you to go back to the first video. All right, so in 63 BC, back in my first video, I told you that one of the first Roman that conquered Jerusalem was Emperor Pompey. So that being said, we got to go into some more history, talking about the first video. Let me see. So let's go here. All right. In 45 BC, Julius Caesar ordered a calendar consisting of 12 months based on the solar year. This calendar employed a cycle of 3 years of 365 days, followed by a year of 366 days, leap year. When first implemented, the Julian calendar also moved the beginning of the year from March 1st to January 1st. So I'm bringing this out to let you know, though, that the Jewish calendar, it was the first of the year was March the 1st, and the calendar was based off a lunar cycle. But Julius Caesar, which was a Roman, he moved it to base it off a solar calendar. So we're finna go into to a Bible precept. Let's go to the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. All right, so this kingdom that they talking about is the Roman Empire. We have brothers and sisters that's in the truth. They can go in more depth of this biblical prophecy. I don't want to get too much into this because right now I'm focusing on showing my people the true identity of them based off of key points. So let me show you a picture. Anyways, I'll just show you a picture. So this is the Roman Empire that was established between 44 BC and 117 AD. Just to show you a quick picture of it. All right, so verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times. I just showed y'all that we changed the times and laws, and they shall be given unto his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. So show you this real quick. So on March 7th, 321, however, Roman Emperor Constantine the first issued a civil decree making Sunday a day of rest from labor. This is what I was trying to tell y'all. Christianity, they moved Sabbath worship to Sunday worship. It was the Roman Emperor Constantine. He got converted into Christianity. You could look it up. I think there was a date that he got converted to Christianity. But he made a decree making Sunday a day of rest from labor, stating, all judges and city people and the craftsmen shall rest upon the venerable day of the sun, which is coexist to sun worship. You cannot make this up. They're literally doing the complete opposite of what YAHAWAH'S said. So you got to understand. So what is really the Antichrist? Because these were the Romans, just to show you this. All right, so now, and also when Julius Caesar, he made the calendar in 45 BC, Pope Gregory the eighth, I think Pope Gregory, he revamped the calendar in 1582. So which was a Roman, like I said, the Catholic Church. So once again, they're changing the dates and they're dealing with the calendars, and they base the calendar off a solar cycle and not a lunar cycle. All right, now we're finna go into we're finna move up into the 15th century. Let me pull it up. I already got pictures already screenshotted, so we don't have to be all over the place. So let me show you this. Okay. All right. Africa and the transatlantic slave trade. From the middle of the 15th century, Africa entered into a unique relationship with Europe that led to the devastating and depopulation of Africa. So this is what they're saying. So I'm going to read it though, nevertheless. But contributed to the wealth and the development of Europe, showing you Europe was the one dealing with the transatlantic slave trade. From then until the end of the 19th century, Europeans began to establish a trade for African captives. They let you know, listen, all the captives were not African, it was the Israelites. But nevertheless, we're going to go, they said the African captives. So we're going to move down. All right, so the transatlantic slave trade began during the 15th century when Portugal and subsequently other European kingdoms were finally able to expand overseas and reach Africa. The Portuguese first began to kidnap people from the west coast of Africa and to take those they enslaved back to Europe. Now I'm going to show you this, and which is true. I'm going to show you this. Like I said already, Salakia. I already got pictures already. So let me show you. This is where Portugal was. This is where Portugal is. So this is by Italy. I just want to show you this. So, and I'm going to show you this. I might as well go ahead and show you this. I'm just move where the Spirit lead me. Boom. See this? The transatlantic slave trade. Captives taken from Africa to the Americans and Europe between 16th century and 19th century. You see this? Look, you see this arrow right here? It's leading straight to Europe. It's leading straight to Portugal. Exactly what I just showed you. I just showed you this picture. And if you notice the catch, look what they say. They say captives taken from Africa to the Americas and Europe. They never said African captives. They said captives because the Africans they was working alongside with the Europeans. And we're going to prove that. We're going to read on. I don't know if I brought this up already. Let me see. Yeah, I did. I brought it up. I just read it. Yeah, I just read it. So, yeah, Africa entered into a unique relationship with Europe. See, it's showing you that they was coexisting with Europe with the transatlantic slave trade. All right, y'all got to bear with me because I'm trying to move as slow as I can. I don't know why my hand's so fast. Nevertheless, I'm going to do the best I can. All right, let's go to this other documentation that I found. One moment. Salakia. Oh, yeah, this is what I want to bring out. Okay, the first Jewish settlement. Now, you look, watch this. We're going to catch this live. In 1492, the first Jew to ever set foot in Haiti was Louis de Torres. Now, Christopher Columbus supposedly supposed to have been founded this island and nobody was on there. If that's the case, why are you taking a Jewish interpreter? That don't make any sense. And this is going to prove it. After Haiti was taken over, so how can you take it? How can you take over something if somebody's not already there? That proves that we was already there. And colonized by the French in 1633, many Dutch Jews, of whom many were Moreno, that's Spanish Jews, immigrated from Brazil in 1634, which showing you how do we get over there, the transatlantic slave trade, and became employees of the French sugar plantation and further developed the trade, showing you that the French, which are the Europeans, the Romans, they the ones that started the transatlantic slave trade in Great Britain as well too. So now I'm going to show you the documentation I had of Salakia. One moment, please. Let's see. Yep, so I already showed you a picture of Portugal. I already showed you that. And I showed you the transatlantic slave trade, which started in the exact same spot. I showed you that. So, let me see. Oh, yeah, so this is what I want to show you. So now, we're finna look up the etymology of ghetto. And you're going to see why I'm bringing this up. You're going to see why. Bear with me, y'all. Salaki, I'm sorry. I tried to practice this before I brought it out, but nevertheless, I'm going to do the best I can and let the Spirit lead me. I'm not... Just bear with me. It must be a real something trying to prevent me from bringing this out. So now I got to bring it out. I have to bring it out now. So it is what it is. All right. All praises. Okay. Ghetto etymology. Okay. Ghetto. The 1610s. Look now, the 1610s. We just proved that the transatlantic slave trade started in between the 16th century and the 19th century. All right. Part of a city in which Jews are compelled to live. especially in Italy, from Italian ghetto part of the city to which Jews are restricted, of unknown origin, extended by 1899 to crowded urban quarters of other minority groups, especially blacks in the U.S. cities. You cannot make this stuff up. And I'm going to explain to you why they put them in Italy. It makes sense. I'm going to show you. If you just look at the geographical location of it, it makes sense. So I just showed you this. This is Portugal that started the transatlantic slave trade. Now, Italy. It makes sense to put them in Italy. You know why? Because when you put them on this, it looks like an island. If you put them on in Italy, which is Rome, the capital of Rome is in Italy. It's two bodies of water in between this part of the land. So they can't swim their way all the way to the shore. If they do, then you got Europe sitting there waiting to send them back. And if they try to go down the lower area of Tunisia, of Africa, they're gonna be there waiting on them. We literally just showed you that they was working together, the Africans and the Europeans. So they had nowhere to run. So yeah, that makes sense. So if you bring them from this area of Portugal and you bring them on a part of the land and you put them in this area, they have nowhere to go. They literally have nowhere to run, which makes perfect sense. Like I said, you can't make this up. You use common sense as you read the Bible and look at historical proof. It makes sense. Everything starts to add up. All right, next we're gonna go to. I already showed y'all the transatlantic slave trade, but I'm gonna show y'all this picture again so you can see, because we need to embed. If you know the geographical location of places, when you read the Bible, it will bring the Bible to life. So once again, this is transatlantic slave trade. What you see, that's Europe, that's Portugal, where it started at. And right here is Italy. And they brought us over going to West. If you watch the first video, I told you that Christianity, that the Protestant denominations are westernized churches. I already explained that in the first video. That's why I say you got to watch the first video. And we traveled west from Europe to North America is west. So now we're finna go into some biblical prophecies that talks about slavery. We're gonna go into it. All right, so we're gonna go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. So just bear with me. Oh, I always struggle with this, y'all, so forgive me. I gotta bring it. I can't keep starting over. Some trying to fight me. I have to bring it out. I have to. All right, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now watch this. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Y'all already know where I'm going with this. It is what it is. Look. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Look, did this not happen to us? Did this not happen to our people? This is in the United States. This is over here in the United States. And cursed shalt thou be in the field. Once again, we are in the United States picking cotton. You see this. We cannot make this up. Now we're going to go to, we're going to verse 48. For time's sake, we can't go to every single prophecy. Every single Bible verse. So we're going to go to verse 48. Because I don't want to lose the crowd, because our attention span is not that long, so Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Now, this is an absolute fact in the United States. If you just use common sense, who own majority of the buildings, the stores, the manufacturers, you know what I'm saying, the warehouses? We know what group of people, race of people own majority of the United States. It is what it is. Like, I'm not mad about it. I'm just trying to bring it out. Now I'm finna show you a picture, because some people don't believe until you see a picture. So this is a picture of a slave with a rod of iron around his neck. You can see that this is not, like, you can't make this up. I'm just showing you pictures. Like I said, I can't go in depth of every single thing. I'm just trying to keep it short so I can keep y'all attention. All right, we finna go to verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. Now I'm gonna let you know this. Now, if anybody who studies the Bible, you know sometimes they speak in parables and they use key words to give you a clue as to what they're talking about. So it said at end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. We cannot make this up. Let's see. The bald eagle in 1782. The founding fathers chose the bald eagle to be the national bird of the United States in 1782. Once again, we just showed you the transatlantic slave trade started between 16th century and the 19th century. It literally make perfect sense. It's like a perfect puzzle piece. You see this. It's one of the best known symbols of our government. The eagle can be seen on the Great Seal of the United States, on the presidential seal, in the logos of federal agencies, on coins and paper money, and on postage stamps. You can't make this up, man. It's like, it's crazy. This is crazy. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. All right, now we're going to drop down to verse 66. Salakia, bear with me, y'all. Like I said, something is really fighting me, but I got to push through. I know I got to bring it out. All right, verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee. Man, look, we can't make this up. Do I got to keep showing you pictures? I'm going to show you a picture, but come on, man. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee. Bring it up. Got to bring it up. What's the logic? Well, I really don't have to bring it. This right here, I just showed you the picture. So he is hanging on a tree. He's not leaning on a tree like that, and he's alive. He's dead and he's hanging on a tree. Literally just to show you this. And thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. Wouldn't you be scared if you seen your people getting lynched every single day? It don't make any sense. Like you would be scared too. Now I showed you a lynching that was in the United States that called us so-called blacks, African Americans. Now I'm finna go to a precept. I'm finna pull up a precept to let you know. Once again, these are the Israelites. Let you know we are the Israelites. Because I just showed you this talking about the Israelites. And they're hanging a man, African American, in the United States. And I showed you other historical facts about the Israelites, about the Jews. Some of our people, you can show them all this stuff and they still choose to not believe. That's why God got to destroy 2/3 of our people. That's why he have to do it. He has to do it. All right, verse 22. And this is according to the law. This is according to the Israelites, the law. And if a man have committed a sin worthy of death, and he be to be put to death, and thou hang him on a tree. This is a law according to the Israelites. How come you think they did that when they came to the United States? Because they knew we were the Jews. I just showed you in 1610, the etymology of a ghetto, Italy created the word ghetto. And that was for a place where Jews were restricted to live. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. All right, let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Now we're going to go to verse 68. Now. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Now, if you read the Bible, if you know about the story of Moses, Moses went to the land of Egypt and he told the Pharaoh, let my people go, which were the Israelites. So that's why God told us this again, said, hey, if you don't do what I tell you to do, you're going to go into Egypt again. He knew we would think about slavery like, oh, man, that's crazy. I don't want to go back into bondage. So we're finna pull up a precept to show you that Egypt is not talking about actual Egypt again. It's a similitude meaning for bondage. So you can understand how to use the words precept upon precept. All right, Joshua chapter 24 and verse 17. All right, verse 17. For the Lord our God, he it is that brought us up and our fathers out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage, and which did those great signs in our sight, and preserved us in all the way wherein we went, and among all the people through whom we passed. Showing you, once again, Egypt is similitude for bondage. So now let's go back. All right, verse 68 again. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Bruh, how did we get over there in the United States? I'm not going to keep showing you these pictures because I just showed y'all. How did we get over there in the United States? With ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies. Y'all know, you literally know the historical facts about slavery. We were sold to the enemies. And you know who we were sold to. For bondmen and bondwomen. And no man shall buy you. Meaning, nobody can be able to sell you out of this bondage. You're still going to be over there to this day. Now, this is a key thing I want to bring it up. Look. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. This is going to blow your mind. This clearly shows you that it's connected with the Israelites. What is that? Do you not see this pyramid? Why is a pyramid on the dollar bill? Clearly, they showing you. Listen, God allows stuff to happen for a reason. He let them choose that pyramid to put on that dollar bill because they knew we was the Jews. They knew we was taken out of Egypt. See, God allowed stuff to happen in these last days to bring it back, to bring to his children. Look, my children. Signs is all around you. Just look and pay attention. Come out of the world. Be not of the world. I'm showing you. You are the Jews. You are the Israelites. So yeah. All right. And so now we got to bring out the precepts from the previous video in part 1. So Salakia, please bear with me because I'm trying to remember these verses that I said I was going to bring confirmation to part 1. Just give me a minute, Salakia. I'm looking through my notes. Just give me a minute. All right, let me see. Oh man, come on now, cause I know I've written it down. I wrote it down. Oh, this is crazy. Come on, man, this is crazy. Bear with me, y'all. I gotta bring it out. I can't start over. Just please bear with me. All right, hallelujah, Hawashah. Okay, let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 2. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, I can't start over, man. Something is really funny, and I got to do it. All right. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. Verse 2. And Jesus said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Now, verse 3. Now, I told you, you got to watch part 1 to see what I'm talking about. All right. So this is when the disciples, they figured out who destroyed the temple without them even knowing. They didn't know at this time when they talked on this verse. Nevertheless, YAHAWAH'S bringing out the truth in these end times. And I'm going to show you the answer. Verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? This is the key point, and of the end of the world. Now we're finna go to another precept. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna show you. Now we're finna go into the Apocrypha. Okay, so we're finna go to 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, and chapter 6 and verse. We'll start at verse 6. Okay. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone. This is God talking. And through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of these times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him. Now, anybody who knows the story about Jacob and Esau, they were in the womb of Jacob's wife. And he said it will be two different nations that he's going to divide out of her. And it was Jacob, which is Israel, and Esau, which is of another nation. Okay, so moving on. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, For Esau is the end of the world. Literally showing you who the people are, or who the enemies are to the Israelites, and showing you who will be the people that will be running the world before the world comes to the end. You cannot make this up. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth it. That's why I wanted to end this video with, to show you that Jacob is the nation of Israel, and Esau is all the people that I just showed you. Like I said, I can't go in-depth breakdown because I got other brothers and sisters that can do that. If you do want me to do it, let me know and I'll do it on the next video. Nevertheless, if you do your research, you will clearly figure out who Esau is. And I just showed you this in the video. So y'all, just wanted to bring this out. The main point of me bringing this out is to bring my brothers and sisters back to godliness and holiness, to keep the law, statute, and commandments, and let you know the Bible is your culture. It's not something just to keep the commandments and law just because God told you to. No, this is going to benefit you. It's going to bless you. You are the chosen vessels. You are the chosen seed. And if you want eternal life, you got to come back to your culture. These are your forefathers based off the biblical prophecies and off of historical facts. So I pray that y'all heed to these signs and you come back to godliness. He's coming back to destroy 2/3 of our people. He's going to start with us first. Y'all already seeing it in the streets. Please turn back to godliness and holiness. We got to help each other because none of us is perfect. Nevertheless, we got to get up, brush our shoulders off, and keep walking, man. We have to keep moving forward. Because I don't know why we will, like I said, all this killing each other, man. We will so curse. And I'm tired of it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm absolutely tired of this. I'm tired of us killing each other. It don't make any sense. So may you be blessed by this hearing. May you be blessed by this video. And like I said, I love y'all. And keep me in your prayers. Shalom, Israel. Shalom.